Welcome to Evil Ted Talks, Tools of the Trade. I made a video a while back and it's been a while because I've learned about other materials and their techniques, so I wanted to do an update. So right here, Tools of the Trade 2.0. When building, safety is the key. While grinding, be sure to have your safety glasses on, and to save yourself from large particulates and foam dust, have a particle mask on. This is great for particles and dust. This will not protect you from spray paints and toxic vapors. Only thing that does that is the organic charcoal filter mask. Be sure to have one of these things on when you're doing barge cement or spray paint. And when you're handling that stuff, be sure to have a pair of rubber gloves. As for cutting tools, I like the X-ACTO handle and blade. This is great for detail work. And do yourself a favor and make an investment and buy a box of blades. This will last you a long time. And also for big cuts, I like the box cutter. And like anything over time, the soft foam has a tendency to dull the blade. So that's why you need a Kwik sharpener. How this bad boy works is you just put a little WD-40 on the stone, and you take your dull blade and do slight pass on both sides, and I'll take that old dull blade and make it like it's brand new again. So definitely get yourself a Kwik sharpener. Now for serious cutting, that's where you use the bandsaw. I got myself a Craftsman's 11-inch blade. What they mean is the distance from the blade to the actual hilt is 11 inches long. And what makes it so great is you can adjust the fence for your desired width, and you can set your bevel. So if you're making multiple pieces and you need them to be the exact same, you can sit up and knock them out. This is great for costumes and prop making. So if you guys are ready to get serious, definitely invest in a really good bandsaw. The rotary tool. I have the particular brand, the Dermel. This is ideal for shaping and sculpting your foam. They come with different various bits. What I recommend is you buy all different kinds of bits and experiment with your foam, and you can find different techniques. As a matter of fact, I use the sanding drum to make rivet detail as seen in this video right here. Definitely go ahead and check that out. In your foam building kit, I can't recommend enough a rotary tool. Now here are the bare essentials, the Sharpie, the fine tip Sharpie. This is the chalk marker, which I love using on black foam, but if in a pinch, I find that the red and orange Sharpie show up in black foam. Various templates for when you're drawing out patterns. I love the triangle because this makes it easier to square things up. Love Bill Duran's foam rulers. I did one at a 1/2-inch foam and the 16th foam, and this is just to get a proper circumference. If you're getting an idea of what it would take on foam, this is great to have in your arsenal. The metal ruler, which I recommend when you're cutting foam and you want to drag that metal blade against the metal edge, you're going to guarantee a good straight line. And this also comes in handy when you're doing bevel cuts as well. Also, when trying to reproduce that angle, I have the angle finder. This comes in handy as well. When getting the proper circumferences, it's always good to have a fabric measuring tape. That comes in handy. I have a new template I've added to the arsenal. This is the center finder. Now, doing a center to a square, it's easy. You just do from corner to corner. But for a circle, you drop this in like so, whatever diameter it is. You fit it in here. Take a fine tip sharpener. I always find it's better to use a fine tip to get the more accurate center. Just draw it right down in here. Then you just rotate. Yep. Then, bang, there it is, dead center. This really comes in handy when you have circle things you're making. You want to find the center. And of course, last but not least, straight pens for pinning down your patterns. Another great tool for shaping foam are sanding sticks. I have my 80 grit, my 220, and my 320. This is really great for softening edges, and you're probably saying, where do you get these? You make them yourselves. Just get some sandpaper, a paint stir, Super 77, and I just spray a little bit on the sandpaper, a little on the sanding stick, give it a couple seconds, let it dry. You apply, and with a knife you cut, and you are good to go. A great simple way of shaping foam. A great tool to add detail to your foam is various sizes of brass tubing. What you do is I take a tube and I just, with an X-ACTO blade, I just go on the inside lip just to put a little bit of a bevel on it, make it nice and sharp. And you just apply it over a piece of foam. When your desired spot you want to go, back and forth, pops it right out. You get a perfectly sharp circle, and you get an additional detail piece. This came in really handy when I was doing Alita, Battle Angel. In this video right here, you can see I did with Holly Conrad. You can find these at most hobby stores, but if not, you can definitely find these online. Let me introduce you to the wood burner. This tool is great, comes with various bits. I go into details on how I like to use it on foam in this video right here. But when working with this, make sure you wear your organic vapor mask because the fumes that come off this is toxic. Work in a well-ventilated area and wear a mask. You can find these at most hardware stores or you can shop for the link below. Heat sealing foam, I can't recommend enough, is a heat gun. People ask me all the time, can I use a hairdryer? The answer is no. Make an investment if you're serious about cosplay. Get yourself a heat gun. Also comes in handy for bending and manipulating foam, as you can see in this video right here on how to heat form foam. Now if you want to graduate, when I do a lot of grinding and sanding and finessing on edges and I want to seal things up quickly, I'd love the torch. It's a little intimidating for people starting off, so I recommend if you want to get into cosplay, start with your heat gun. If you get more comfortable, work your way up to a torch. It's just nice, fast, and just heat seals it really well. Let's talk about my favorite products I like to seal foam with. My first choice for sealing foam is Poly Latex 60. I discovered this from Bill Duran. Bill, thank you so much. This stuff is super great. It comes in a paste that you can thin down with distilled water, and you can get the consistency you like. You can either brush it on or spray it with a critter gun, which I prefer to get a nice smooth finish. The great thing about Poly Latex 60 is once it dries, you can reapply it to itself and it will stick. And the thicker the layers you get, the more durable your costume will be. As a matter of fact, in England, this is what they use for LARPing. So my favorite, Poly Latex 60. My second favorite product of sealing foam is Creature Cast. This is a neoprene casting rubber. It's non-toxic and non-latex. It's water thin. You can definitely apply it with brushes. You can spray it through a spray gun if you want, but I'd recommend if you do that to get his thickening agent, which will make it a little thicker and make it easier to spray through a gun. This is a great alternative to sealing your foam if you have any latex allergies. Let me introduce you to a new product from the Hotwire Foam Factory. This stuff is called Bounce. This is a rubberized coat. The cool thing about this is it's non-toxic, non-latex, and water soluble. You can brush it on, and the cool thing is it's thick and self-leveling, and when it dries, it literally rubberizes. It will not crack or split like wood glue does. Not with Bounce. This stuff is super durable and it's great. And you don't have to wear a respirator with this. It's non-toxic. You don't have to have gloves. You can work on this on your kitchen table. Great stuff. I can't recommend this enough. And when you purchase this, before you check out in the discount area, type in capital letters, Evil Ted to discount. Of course, at the very end, the classics, plastic dip, Mod Podge, and Wellwood water-based contact adhesive. These are all good, and you can find these at any retail store. All right, let's talk glues. Number one, the hot glue gun. This is always handy, great for reinforcing seams, putting down straps. But you know my personal favorite is Barge cement. I go into details on how I like to use it on this video right here, how to make clean seams. Now if you have trouble finding Barge, you can go to your local hardware store and you can find Wellwood contact adhesive. This works pretty well, works the same way, just applying, letting dry and contacting together. But in different countries, I know in Canada, they have Duro Pro, or LePage they call it. In the UK, they have Evo Stick. In Germany, they have a glue out there that's called Pax. And in Australia, they have a brand of glue called Sika. Those are other alternatives you can use besides Barge. When I have gaps and seams and little holes in my armor, I like to patch it with Kwik Seal. This stuff is great. It's acrylic based, non-toxic. I like to apply it on with a spatula. Matter of fact, I go into details on how I use it right here on how to make clean seams. But again, once it's dry, it is not sandable. It's not made to be sanded. That's why I like it. You get it, finish it, let it go, dry, and it's perfect. Well, that concludes Tools of the Trade 2.0. If this is your first time watching me, don't forget to subscribe. And everything you see in this video, I have a complete supply list just below the video. As a matter of fact, while you're here, when you do some shopping, shop through my Amazon links. The more shopping you do through my links helps me keep making videos. While you're here, go to my website, eviltedsmith.com, and get on my mailing list. And you can go to my shop where I have patterns for sale as well. If you end up shopping at the Hotwire Foam Factory, on your way in checkout in the discount box, type in my name, Evil Ted, in capital letters to get your discount. And if you end up buying stuff from Creature Cast, let them know that Evil Ted sent you. I also stream live on Twitch TV on Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come in, watch me live, and I'll answer your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you back next time right here on Evil Ted Talks.